Hey, it's Sunday morning. I like to start my day with a little coffee and checking out the old emails. Hey, I got a comment from Sammy Reedy. Hey, Fernbark, fuck off, you goddamn motherfucker. Kill yourself, you goddamn motherfucker. Okay, well, Sammy, appreciate the feedback. Sorry if my hybrid fan review didn't please you, but I think that killing myself is maybe an overreaction. Okay, I don't normally do a channel shout-out kind of a thing, but I came across this guy's channel, Steve 1989 MRE Info Channel, and what he does is he either finds or people send him really old MREs, and then he opens them up and samples them. Do yourself a favor and watch this 1985 Dutch 24-hour ration review. He actually eats a lot of the stuff of this 30-year-old MRE. I'll put a link down below so you can get to it quickly. These videos are addicting. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that might be the sun. It's pretty exciting. It's also supposed to be here tomorrow, which means I can go up to Morningwood for the first time in about 2 months, and I'm pretty stoked. And also slightly apprehensive about what I might find when I get there. It's January 22nd. It's windy or crap outside right now. It's actually in the 40s, but the wind is blowing so hard it feels like it's freezing out there. So, not much going on. It's been just... Actually, it's kind of warming up a little bit, but it's still pretty cold. And, well, it warmed up and then it started raining, so kind of stomach's doing stuff outside, a pain in the neck. Sometimes you gotta kick your own ass. I'm so mad. I set up my camera right here to start filming my review on the Ryobi transfer pump, and I left and I came back and I walked around the corner and the camera was right around the corner and I stepped on the leg. You can see it's bent. I mean, I barely hit that thing, and yeah, that ain't sliding back up in there. It still holds the camera, but I don't know. I'll probably just learn to live with it because I don't feel like chucking out another 35 bucks on a tripod. So I want to start shooting the video on this pump, and I go out to the backyard to get the hose to hook up to the outlet. Oh, that's the inlet. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. And I grab the hose, and then this is what it looked like. So I don't want to hook this up to the pump and put that on the video and have it look like shit, plus probably squirting water everywhere out of it. So I'm off to the hardware store to get one of these guys. So I went and got my propane tank refilled, and once again the universe gives me the middle finger. I don't know if you can see it in there or not. There's a little white piece down by my thumb. Anyhow, that's what's left of a plastic gasket that was inside this assembly, and I think that gasket needs to be in there because when I turn this on, I'm just not getting any gas to the heater. I don't even hear it give it a little psh sound. So I don't know if I can get a new gasket for this thing. I hope so, because these hoses are not cheap, because the Mr. Buddy has a proprietary fitting on the other end that you can't just get a regular hose for, so we'll see. Well, it's a bittersweet day. I'm selling my Jeep Scrambler. I love this car, but I never actually drove it, so I really needed the money more than I needed the vehicle, so somebody came up and bought it, and hopefully it'll be going to somebody who will actually use it, unlike me. But the good news is improvements for Morningwood, so it's all for the greater good. Well, we had 2 days of sun. Now we're back to this junk again. It's raining outside, so I'm standing just barely underneath the cover right here. Anyhow, gonna make some salmon though. Bought this box of Fatwood, and I gotta say I really love this stuff. I mean, it just lights right up with a match. Crazy, isn't it? Usually I've been a big fan of Cowboy Charcoal. The last couple of bags I've purchased have looked like this shit. It's just chips and nothing. I don't know, I'm gonna have to rethink Cowboy Charcoal. I just acquired this camera. It's a Canon Vixia, I want to say R60, and it seemed like a pretty good deal. It's reconditioned. It was 130 bucks from B&H Photo. That's a great place to pick up camera equipment. They usually have better prices even than Amazon. Anyhow, the reason I picked this unit up is because it does a couple things that my current unit doesn't do. Let me see if I can get in here. So what this camera doesn't have that I'm filming with is this microphone spot right here. And what I really want to use that for is I want to get a remote microphone so that when I'm standing 50 feet away from the camera talking about something, I don't have to shout at the top of my lungs, and then when I get close I don't have to talk more quiet. It'll hopefully provide for a more even audio output. And then the other thing that this does is it also has a, which one is it here? Here we go. It's got a small HDMI output, so I can play straight from the camera onto a TV set or whatever, a monitor. So it's just a couple features I like. And then the other thing, it's got a little bit better view screen, and the controls are touchpad. Let me see if I can demonstrate that. So this current camera has kind of like the one that I'm filming with has a button that you toggle up and down with. It's not as easy to use as this one is. Check it out. Just went over 2,000 subs. Someone needs to buy me a beer. This is how much the wind is rocking my trailer. That's my coffee is rocking back and forth in the pot. So I bought this ring for my Weber. It's a ring that lets you turn it into a rotisserie. Extends the height of the drum about 4, maybe 5 inches. There's a couple reasons why I decided to get this. One is it would be nice to do rotisserie on the old Weber. And number two, having the ring be about 5 inches higher is going to make it much easier to do things like a beer can chicken. Or a big turkey or something like that. So I'm trying out my new rotisserie here. And one thing that's surprising is that motor, it's actually in operation right now. You can see the handle spinning right here. It is dead silent, which is amazing because this grill right over here also has a rotisserie, and it is loud as heck. So kind of surprising how quiet that was. I didn't think it was operating at first. I'm gonna have to move the screws up one more hole on there because the motor gets forced back. Well, it gets forced back because the pole is rubbing on the top of the grill. It's not right now, but when it spins, every once in a while it comes across and makes this motor move backwards, and then the post wants to fall out. Okay, I had to turn the vents down. That this thing runs really hot. So yeah, lesson learned.